biggest personalities on the biggest stories, and don't miss us on The Herd weekdays at 12 Eastern. Catch it all right here Monday through Friday on FS1.
Welcome back, Nate Robinson from the Pacific Northwest. 11 NBA seasons, only 3. So we were talking about, of all the NBA teams, the only one that shocks me is Denver, because historically you can't win with kids in this league. Not in the playoffs.
Right.
The playoffs are for grown-ups, 28-year-old dudes, men, and that's the way the league's worked since I was a kid. Denver's a bunch of kids and the Joker, Jokic. And he didn't play college here, and he's got a bad body, and I'm watching that guy, and I'm not sure he's not the most. What is Denver without him? It's a bunch of kids. He's the best passing big man, Nate, I've seen since Arvydas Sabonis.
Yeah, Denver Nuggets is they're an adult AAU team. Like we team, me and my boys, we tease, in our little group chat. But they're like a real AAU team. They just go out and they hoop, they get it done, and they're fun to watch. Like all of them, Gary Harris, just. All them guys. I'm just mad that they're not playing Isaiah Thomas. Like you got a guy that can average 30 on your bench.
Yeah, but you can't build around Isaiah.
It's not about building on your bench.
Yeah, but you can't build around Isaiah.
It's not about building around him. You gotta you want to win.
I want it.
You want to win. Put IT in. Let him go and get you 20. Portland has nothing. They have no answer for Isaiah Thomas coming off the bench giving you 20.
They don't
points.
have an answer for Joker.
He don't. I mean, he's a walking triple double. He's like the big man Westbrook. He's going to be averaging a triple-double. One of these seasons, you guys heard it here, he's going to average a triple-double next year.
Well, he got 9.5 assists on a young basketball team. So you would think as his team grows, some of those missed jumpers become assists, because he's going to give you 23, 12.5 rebounds. That's just what he's going to give you. I think he's the best player in the league, because Denver's in that Rocky Mountain time zone. They're not left coast. They're not right coast. They're not Midwest. Denver's just kind of a football city stuck in the mountains. The guy is, we don't watch a lot of Denver Nuggets. We don't talk about him. I think he's an incredible player.
I love his game. I love watching him play. I used to, when Wilson Chandler was on the team, I remember one time I FaceTimed Wilson Chandler, and I'm like, bro, where's the Joker at, bro? Bro, I told him, you're filthy. Keep balling. Yeah. Like you have it. So whatever that is, stick to it.
So I'm watching The Shop this weekend, and LeBron James is talking about Magic quit the team and didn't give LeBron a heads up. And you could tell LeBron wasn't real happy with it.
But was he supposed to?
Well, I think I would call my best player and tell him, if I felt I lured you, you were a very, if you lived in Seattle.
So you felt like, yeah, okay, go ahead.
And I lure you to L.A. You're in your hometown. Akron for LeBron, Seattle for you. I lure you here with promises. And I'm going to resign. I think I'd give you a call. Nate, breaks my heart. I can't run this team. Magic just quit. LeBron's sitting there in the shop like, could you?
I mean, it happens, man. Everybody has their own personal things that they go through, and you wouldn't be mad? Nah, not really. It's a business. You got to understand, what you're getting into off the rip. You just I think that Alonzo Ball, his reaction was hilarious, because he's like, okay, what we doing tonight? It happens. You got to move forward. Now it's time for LeBron. You got to go get ready for your this next season coming up. Figure out what pieces you're going to add and come in and be ready to ball.
Do you think it turns off free agents, though, that look at the Lakers as a mess? You played for a dysfunctional franchise for 5 years in New York. You guys didn't land the top free agents, not because of Nate Robinson. People didn't trust James Dolan.
Yeah, that was a big one for us, and not being able to get a certain guy. But I think that we had enough. We just needed a solid coach to really guide us, to help us win games and get to the postseason. And we didn't have that. You
think free agents look at the Lakers now and want to play there?
Who doesn't want to play in LA? If you love basketball, you want to hoop like that. You gotta
Paul George,
but he's good where he's at right now. There's no reason to leave OKC when you have.
Why would I leave if I was Kawhi? Why would I leave?
Reason to leave OKC when you have.
Why would I leave if I was Kawhi? Why would I leave? Toronto's a wonderful town. Little cold.
I like Toronto, but who knows? He might not leave. He might stay. We don't know. Do
you think they land any of these top guys?
I hope so.
But do you really believe it?
I hope so. I'm available. I can still play and run up and down the court. So, I'm not a superstar like the rest of these guys, but I definitely can
LeBron wants a star. You can't win in this league without a second star.
Yeah, he just has to figure out what star he wants to go get. And I think him and Kawhi would be nasty. That'd be tough. And I don't think people want to see that. Like, they ain't ready for that.
What about Jimmy Butler? Do you think he stays in Philadelphia or he moves?
If I'm Jimmy, I would love to stay out there. I mean, I have a nice little fit. The chemistry's cool, and the chemistry's cool, and they got young players. I would love to stay in Philly if I'm Jimmy Butler.
When you're a free agent out there and you're looking around, and there's obviously one dynasty in the league. Then there's a bunch of good teams. Toronto's good, Milwaukee's good. There's obviously one dynasty in the league. Then there's a bunch of good teams. Toronto's good, Milwaukee's good, Boston's good, Portland's good. There's a bunch of good in this league. There's one great. So what was your first year in the NBA?
05, 06.
Okay, so you didn't get any of that. You didn't get any of the Bulls. What was your first year in the NBA?
05, 06.
Okay, so you didn't get any of that. You didn't get any of the Bulls. What was the best single team you faced?
Probably the Pistons. Rip Hamilton, Chauncey, Tayshaun, Big Ben.
Okay, they won one championship.
Yeah, but they were just a great team. Like they know how to play the game. They knew what they were looking for every possession. That's tough to go against.
What was the team you watched growing up as a kid?
Sonics.
Your favorite great team, Sonics.
Yeah, Sonics, GP, Sean.
Watched growing up as a kid.
Sonics.
Your favorite great team, Sonics.
Yeah, Sonics, GP, Sean Kemp.
So you grew up with Sonics, who were almost great, almost got titles.
Yep.
You watched the Pistons win a title and played against them. What do you make of this current dynasty in Golden State? What do you like about them? What do you think their weakness is?
Their weakness is that they just take bad shots. If they take better shots, no, they're unstoppable. So some of the shots that you scored because he hasn't touched the ball in a while, I know how that is. But the better shots they take, I think that helps them in the long run because they play good defense. Draymond does a great job. Walking triple, another guy that can get you a walking triple-double. But I feel like shots.
Yeah. Well, they got a lot of shooters.
They do.
It's called the American Flag Football League. It's starting June 23rd. NFL Network. Well, there's a lot of football out. I got a lot of stuff to watch. I can't make any promises.
Well, you have to promise that. You said you watched my pops. You said you watched me. You got to come watch me lock down the corner. You guys were out there. AFL.
NFL Network.
Hey. Your boy, I'm a lockdown corner.
American Flag Football League. Yes. 4 elite pro teams, 128 amateur teams. Nate Robinson. We got to go. Calling right, calling wrong next. Thanks, Nate. It's the Herd.
Thanks for having me.
8 amateur teams. Nate Robinson. We got to go. Calling right, calling wrong next. Thanks, Nate. It's the Herd.
Thanks for having me.